Uh, we are live, we are live, we are live. Hello and welcome to Coast Nation Fan TV. I am Pelo. I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. And we've got a lot of things to talk about today. As you can see from the title, we're going to talk about the targets that Kaizer Chiefs has, specifically the striking department. So Pindeskulume about the Mangete ball or the Zwane ball, whatever you want to call it. And another thing, we're just going to talk about the World Cup. So in the next 29 minutes, there's going to be a lot of talking and interaction. And I hope you guys can let me know what you think as well as I talk, because the whole point of me going live and having live streams is so that I can have live interaction with you guys. Krista Silva, vehicle tracking. How are you, my brother? Hey, hello, welcome to the show. Hello, guys. So yeah, thank you so much. Just let me know when you're joining the stream. Say hello, sikbone, ni comment, and if you comment, more people will also be able to see the stream, because YouTube will see what people are watching this live stream. Okay, guys. Asingamo cat. Asiqaleni sikhulumeni about the first striker that I've made videos about vele already, and that is the striker by the name of Balint Bachna. Ofikile South Africa almost like 3 weeks, or if not a month ago, and wafika sambona sonke, and then there was the hype. And when I made a video about him, like, people were going crazy about him, because bebebona ukuthi hayibo, the striker has played for Dortmund, he has played for USM, and people were just excited. About this. So I think he's one that people are looking out for, and he's one that most people are expecting to sign for the Chiefs because of the experience, because of where he has played, and because of the fact that the Chiefs has taken the next step with him. Uguti now use South Africa. A little birdie told me Uguti Chiefs is going to be training in Durban this December, and it's possible Uguti he might also be with the team there. So that's interesting to know. Uguti Balint Bachna will be there training with the team. In 29 days time we're playing again. So I think for a good striker, any player really who's good enough should be able to adapt to a team in 3 weeks. Hello, Salayelo Mojato. I hope I'm reading your name correctly. So sibuyele ke endabeni kaBalint Bachna, guys, ukuthi interesting indaba ye-striker, because before we even talk about which striker will Chiefs sign, is this the better option than the other striker, I think one of the things that are also important ukuthi before siqhubeke nalamanye ama reports, nalamanye ama targets that Chiefs have, it's also important to remember ukuthi we have our young stars that Chiefs has been mentoring. Ngikhuluma ngoDube, Umduduzi Shabalala, no Duba. I'm talking about those two players, because Giti, as Kaizer Chiefs fans, there's been this division. Yoguti, what are we choosing? New transfers, new people who are being signed by Chiefs, or we're also going back to our development? Because we have to be honest and talk about this, Uguti. Hello, Kevin. We have to be honest, Uguti. As much as we want new signings, we also don't want players who are just there good development year too, and then they end up not giving us anything, because we always just bringing in new players, and we actually never see abadlali development. Because if you look right now, how many players by Chiefs actually abaqale be development are actually playing we starting 11 set? It's like all of them, they just end up being discarded, or they end up going Guma loan, and it's all over. It's all over. Leon Tole Uguti, like, uMashiane is esinye story lesi singakhuluma ngayo some other day, but ubona noNgcobo la season uke wahlaliswa nje ebhenchini kunenkinga manje ngoBlom osabelo Hadebe. People are saying uPukeletso sefama yabona nje i-development yethu ngathi abadlali bakhona are treated differently, and because of that they never actually get the opportunity, which then makes you think, okay, if we're not selling the players but with development yethu, they are not making Chiefs a profit. If we're also not giving them a chance kui first team, that means we're also not developing our own talent. So senzani kahle kahle nge-development yethu. It's just an interesting thing. Hello King Joe, what's up chat? And Pilo my bro, okay, ubingelela bonke abantu. Hello King Joe, okay, wathi ngibiza ngoJoe. Now I think it's something that Chiefs will have to decide ukuthi since sebemnikezile uMduduzi Shabalala i-contract, I think they have to now move to the next step and start giving him some minutes, because I will say this in honest fact, if Chiefs didn't sign anyone manje ngo-January because they wanted to give uDuba no Shabalala a chance, I would be okay with that if they actually do that. I wouldn't be okay with it if they just don't give opportunity to those boys and not sign a striker either and keep on playing Ukama lapha, because as much as Ukama has done incredible things for us, kukhona ukuthi at times uyabona ukuthi he's not doing the things that we want him to do. Mzet, welcome to the show. And it's like ngeke silokhu siforce ukudlalisa umuntu esibonayo ukuthi it looks like akekho interested, or it's like he's just struggling for form, because we saw ukuthi Zwane did something that was bold, very bold, when he actually started benching Ukama. Udole. I mean, that made me feel like, okay, he really isn't like that person or saba ukbench abadlali just because they have a big name. And Uzwane, when he did that with Udole, it made me see what, okay, this coach is really bold. So guys, if you are enjoying this video to this far, please do also make sure to like it, leave a comment. Yeah, I agree ukuthi they should give my youngsters a chance ngempela, because if you think about it, the excuse that we gave the Chiefs right now was ukuthi, okay, the youngsters are not getting an opportunity because of the fact that right now we don't have obabhizi ngesikole. That's the story that we've been given, and it's a story that we've been saying, okay, no, it's because basesesikoleni baqedile baqeda manje ukubhala. If bengaqedanga baqedeni ukubhala vele ama exam grade 12 angaza. I'm not in SA, so siswami njalo once matric. Anyway, we're not even there. Hello Luvuyo, nangebingelela, keep on updating us my brother, thank you. It's always a pleasure. I see a lot of people are watching. Please smash that like button. It helps this live stream to spread to more people like you. And also I'm looking forward to ama comments to hear ukuthi nifuna ukuthini nani. Okay, so having talked about uDuba no Shabalala, I think we must also talk about the big man that everyone is talking about. Angazi why ngamshiyanga until the last part, because basically that's the main guy that people are talking about, and that is Boris Kopitovic. Boris Kopitovic, he's playing up here in Singapore, 63 goals in 60 games. He's a hit. People are just talking about him. I expressed my concerns about him, but he's still quality. Hopefully he can translate the quality that he's producing on the other team. Afika zoyenza futhi now South Africa, because they take time to adapt. And one of the things I said in the other video 2 days ago, I think, benkhuluma ngokuthi my issue is that Kopitovic is not even with the Chiefs right now while they're preparing. But then the issue, some of you guys that reminded me of, thank you by the way for that, Uguti, he's still contracted with the team, so i-team yakhe i-contract yakhe ikhane izophela manje. So that basically means he's still is going to stay with the team until iphela contract, then he can join i-Chiefs if kuwukuthi ufuna ukujoyina i-Chiefs. Awuthi ngifunde i-comment yalapha ku Crystal Silver. Yes, it's true that youngsters must be given a chance, but I think even experienced players are needed in our squad. It's interesting that you bring that up because I'm one person who believes in balance, right? So Qhubeka ngoKopitovic njengamanje. I think balance important ekutheni if you have a team that has young players and older players, then it creates hunger on one side, and then on the other side you have, as you expect, experience. Because if you look at a team like Real Madrid, you have a Zwane, Modric, Kroos, Begun Casemiro before ahambe. That's experience, and up front you also have Benzema. Structure leso se-Madrid. If uhlehlwe emumva ubuna ama-defender basayina uDavid Alaba last season, and then uCourtois is also a very experienced goalkeeper, so that forms i-backbone ye-team. But then mawubheka kwezinye indawo, you have Omendi ku-left back, okay, uCarvalho is experience, you have Fede Valverde, you have Vinicius Jr. All these young stars performing because badlala nabantu who know, who have experience, who have gone through all these things. And because of that you end up having a team that has extreme balance. Because in Madrid kwesinye isikhathi ukubona ukuthi they are not winning, because by the way I'm not a Real Madrid fan, I just sometimes appreciate what they do. Ukuthi sometimes uyabona ukuthi yabo le game there's no way they can win this game, but ngenxa yokuthi because they have players like Kroos or Modric who have been in Champions League finals, who have fought for our leagues, who have done this and that and that and that, because they know all these things, they end up being able to also lift up the other boys. Good, listen, let's play like this, let's calm down, we can still win this game. And that makes a team in a perfect balance. What I don't want also at the same time, Uguti, sim move to the other extreme where we say we only need experience and we forget about Uguti, the youngsters are also hungry and they also need the opportunity. So I get your point, Gakulu, with Crystal Silver. So the number is for WhatsApp. So if you want to be Guma podcast, because in this channel we also have Guma podcast, we have a lot of content. We have a lot of content. If you want to be in a podcast nami where we can talk like this, so basically video call and then I upload it to the channel, you can WhatsApp that number and then we can start talking and arrange when are we going to have a video call with you and talk. Because guys, this page is about talking and engaging with the fans. So when I say please ngitshele nama comments what you think, it's because I want to talk to you ngempela, because I want to interact with Kaizer Chiefs fans. A lot of people, just ukuthi ngishone eceleni kancane ngibe off topic, a lot of people don't understand as football fans ukuthi we go from watching one video a bola, and then we move to another another video about bola, and then we go to another video bola, and people are like, Nenzani, how come you watch one video and then you move on to another video? Nenzanjan, it's like we are like that. That's what we do. We love football that much that we don't mind watching 5 videos bola so much. Yes, so I look for the other comment for Usalelo Mahatso, who says, as for Dube, I feel sorry for him. He came to get checks while his soccer skills are stifled. My club Mara. Angazi ukuthi imuphi Dube. Please clarify. Sela Mahato. I will just say Mahato. Please clarify which Dube you're talking about. Austin Dube or Udube the strike one deal, because bengikhuluma one deal, but I'm a defender, we can discuss it tomorrow. For now bengisakhuluma ngowandile. Okay, let me read another comment. By the way, niwashare my comments and also leave those likes. It helps me reach more people. Hi Mpilo, my brother. Hello Bishop Mtsele. I think the reason the youngsters end up losing confidence, they are not given enough time to show themselves. They are just promoted to stay in the bench. I think I agree with that. And I feel like it's because of how we are set up as the culture of black people in SA. Uguti, we think that umuntu maimncane, they need to be 25 before they can be given opportunity. Yazu Memphis Depay for Netherlands hasn't done anything for Netherlands so far with World Cup. Well, like he was injured early in World Cup. But the other problem is that the other thing that's happening is that the person who's shining is Ugakpo. Ugakpo mncane, but he's performing because the Netherlands are giving him an opportunity to shine. Uyadlala kwi-club yakhe athi udlala kwi-Ajax if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not mistaken. And Tina, as South Africans, as black people, we keep on saying, "Ayi, ingane lezi, ayingadlaliswa ingane this, ingane that." And because of that, precisely because of that, ibhola lethu is staying behind Europe, because Europe bona they don't do indaba zokuthi ingane le. If u good enough uzodlaliswa emathimini. Buka isquad seBrazil ukuthi Anthony banangaki, ucheck ukuthi Rafinha banangaki. Most of the players that they have are young players and they play them, and because they play them we can see how good they are, and by the time they go 27 bakuma prime ongakwazi wabona. Thina abadlali bethu mabeku 27 ukuyi prime yakhe eSouth Africa, and then mase kumele ngabe uricha le prime yokuthi use Europe, ila mhlawumbe usena 30 khona, ayisekho neteam ezomsayina, and vele usiyazi ischeme ngeke he will always play for whichever team that he plays for, and you see ukuthi they lose the hunger and then it's just flat, and because of that the youngsters are also not motivated to play. Ama comments guys. Sirao Mohale says, hey guys, don't forget to like. The likes must match the viewers. Yes, 11 likes, 50 views. Our Kupugama likes, please. What is the Chiefs doing with the DRC striker playing in Tanzania? I'm worried other teams will snatch. Oh, so I think you're talking about Fiston Maele, who's playing for Iyanga FC. I talked about Fiston Maele yesterday, 2 days back. Uguti Chiefs Akeria imfuna vele. I'm not even suit. I just said Akira. Chiefs wanted him, but then because Iyanga were playing in the Champions League, and then they used that basically to also get him to extend his contract, which he did by 1 year, which is telling Guti if they really wanted to lock him down to a long-term contract, they should have done 2-3 years or more with him, but they didn't. It was just 1 year. I think it was also just to push away Chiefs and to say, if you really want this player, then you'll have to buy him out of a contract tag. And that hasn't happened. The Chiefs hasn't bought him out of a contract because maybe there were clauses and things that were added to that contract. The salary was bumped up a bit. So then the Chiefs, if they try to go in to sign him, they won't be able to just get him easily because he is now signed to the team and long-term contract. And if the Chiefs goes in, he will want more money from the Chiefs because you are buying me and I'm getting paid well. I'm also contracted to this team. So it's getting tricky. It would get tricky for any team. But knowing our team, how they are, it makes things even worse. Water break. Speaking of breaks, I talked to some people and they wanted to know if I have another channel where I can play FIFA, and Coordination Fan TV is not that channel, but Man Cave Esports, I should have shared the channel. Maybe I will share the link to the channel Google description because or Guma comments, because I will be playing a career mode on the channel on my new PlayStation 5. I just took out the controller to show you. Uguti, I will be playing and uploading content on the channel. It's called Man Cave Sport. Let me write here on the comment section. Oh, I can't write. But I'll be posting videos. If you know anything, you will know Uguti. You will know one thing, Uguti. I'm consistent, and in the channel I'll do the same thing. I'll be posting a content on the channel so that people can watch me play FIFA, Chiefs, and we'll just have fun and interact as well, because, well, it's important to have fun. We can talk about Chiefs, we can talk about this, but we can also have fun. Kuleo channel. Enough with that. Man Cave Esport. Man Cave Esport. Okay, let me continue. You'll get more details about that. So I think fundamental comments. So Uti Usihaulu, age over 25 and the player still struggles to trap a ball. Chiefs needs to take notes from teams like Ajax and Celtics. Interesting. As I mean, zining is the into that I don't get sometimes when I watch some of our South African footballers. And like, how is it that the basics with people who are getting well over about 250,000 per month, yet that is their job? Uzubuza ukuthi kwakunama brown envelopes in labadlali when they were signed into these teams, because to be honest, sometimes it's just disappointing and it makes you wonder ukuthi kahle kahle yini inkinga, yini, is it because they were never good enough and they got through ngendaba yama brown envelopes, or is it because they just don't put enough time in their craft? Because I saw a video, I think a year ago, if not two, of Mason Mount at 13 scoring a free kick and talking about how you kick the ball, how you make it go up and down fast enough, up over the wall, and then ilingene palin. And he still does it to this age because he look at practice, and then he still does it. Or James Ward-Prowse, with Team Southampton, but he scores a free kick more than a conversion rate here at this point. I'm not even trying to exaggerate. It's more than Messi or Ronaldo my free kick, because he's that good. Because we are practice, and he knows good team yake depends on those free kicks. I lifeline. Abadlali bethu, you can see ukuthi they are not some angat bonke. Angifuna ukuthi ngisho ngathi bonke abadlali bethu bayabheda. But some players, you just look at them and you think, hey guys, this is not making any sense. And I think that is why we should be able to get more transfers in with Chiefs. Not to see, let's go crazy and do what Pirates did and sign every striker that plays in South African football. But it's good to have competition in the team, because when you have competition in your team, then that puts a pressure on all the other people about your team, because Mausa team that has competition, everyone is trying to get your position, and Gwawena, you're playing because you know Uguti, if I mess up, they are going to take my position, and nobody wants that. No player wants their position to be taken. Hit the like button right now, please. Help me reach more people. So let's go back to another striker. Boris Kopitovic is sikhulumile ngaye earlier on in the video. Let's move on to this question. We comment from Umusa Henry Smelane. I'm looking at this and I'm also looking at the comments. So Henry is says Chiefs need to sign one experienced European striker and one predator from Africa, and gradually blend Aboduba and Shabalala to learn and boost their confidence for the future. Exactly. Kuzosiza lokho indaba yelokho nje yokuthi sibe nama options amaningi and different kinds of strikers. Obviously, I think it's more accurate or much better to say one striker from abroad, another striker from SA, because from Africa, because you have this mixture, you have these different kinds of styles that you have in your strikers. Because if Koguti, it's the 60th minute and you are failing to break down defense a team, and usuzamile ukudlala ibhola and break the team down, but they keep on closing down ama spaces. Sometimes you have to be direct and at that moment awusadinga uDube grounded. At that moment usudinga a striker eside who's going to be able to head in ama-crosses if kuguthi were in a desperate moment. In that case, you also have you also have someone who's going to score ama-headers. You have someone who's going to bully ama-defenders. But if you see that you are playing against a team that's not so physical, then you bring in Oduba. Options, it makes you unpredictable, because if bazi ukuthi laba bazodlala ama-cross, which is what happened with people knew ukuthi okay, pilot football, let's just block them across, to a point yokuthi Pito even said ukuthi we know what they're going to do. Imagine a coach of another team saying siyazi bazokwenzani, and then you go in and you do the same thing. It's ridiculous. So we do need different options, because you're going to need it basically to stay unpredictable and successful. Okay, Internet Pablo, I have a feeling with this question is not gonna go down nicely. Anyways, if you're enjoying this video, guys, learning niggas am like, because I feel like once I read this question out loud, I am going to be in trouble with a lot of you. Okay, Sean Pilo, can I just put you on the spot? And I know this is off topic. Messi or Ronaldo? Oh my goodness, Messi or Ronaldo? Can I tell you something? I appreciate both players, and before ngisho ukuthi ubani ngiprefer ukuthi, I think with these two players we are just, sometimes we compare them as if omunye better and omunye is the best thing that has ever happened. And they are both good. It's just that the other is a bit higher than the other one, because if you look at Ronaldo, uzokorela magoli, he's always motivated, he always wants to be the best, he works harder than anyone, he just pushes himself ukuthi I will be the best, I believe in my head ukuthi I'm the best. Uzokorela magoli and phezulu ngo left ngo right, aggressive, this and that. But you go to Messi, the things that Messi does, they just, Ronaldo can't do some of the things that Messi does, right? The same thing can be said, by the way, for Messi, like ukora maheta and pulling defenders, all of that. Messi can't do those things. But what Messi does that Ronaldo doesn't do is that he's able to go into midfield, collect the ball, dlale wide, I'll collect it, take on players, pass baller, and then he can also pass the ball better than most. So when you look at Messi, passing ability, carrying the ball and pushing the ball forward and still scoring goals as many as Ronaldo, then I would have Messi over Ronaldo, to be honest. Not because I think Ronaldo sucks. No, Ronaldo is a very good player. Ronaldo is saying he's good is underrating him also. He's just excellent. He's there GOAT level, obviously, but I would pick Messi over Ronaldo. And if you gave me money and said go watch one player between Neymar, Messi and Ronaldo, I'll go watch Neymar, because Neymar is more, it's just beautiful to watch Neymar play. Anyway, sesugileke lapho from Internet Pablo engifaka under pressure. So guys, please do like the video. I want to talk about this striker, Junior said Dion, as well, because I made a video about him yesterday, and some people were like, I was saying ngathi my agents who are just trying to play us right now, because when you look at how many goals he scored, you look at how many matches he starts, he's playing for Imarumo Gallants right now. You look at how many goals he scored, you look at how many matches he starts, 75% of the matches, 8 goals in 26 games. You're like, there's nothing special for him to be linked with the Chiefs. However, on the other hand, some people rightfully pointed out Uguti, the guy that I'm talking about, also just happens Uguti, he Maupegu 8/26 in South African football. It's average striker Mautatukbek, which is what we have in South Africa. So that is why someone was pointing out Uguti, that is why you could see why it makes sense ukuthi his agents think he's good enough to play for the Chiefs, because uyi-territory ka-average and the South Africa vele we have average. Oshalulile mabekora 20 goals, it's an exception. Mawuthatha ukubheka ukuthi how much supply uShalulile gets as well, and uthatha the same player Junior said at Dion umdlali Sundowns, maybe you're gonna see a different player. But this is not to say Chiefs should go out and sign him, right? So I'm just saying Guti, it was also an interesting point that someone brought up in my comment section. So yeah, guys, also just while you're watching here, we have a Facebook channel. Is that even the right thing to say? We have a Facebook group that I created. It's here on the comment or Coast Nation Fan TV. Go follow the thing. I'm trying to increase reach. Let's reach as many Kaizer Chiefs fans as we can and grow this community. Okay, asikhulume ngomunye umdlali uMusa Kamara. Indaba yakhe uMusa Kamara ended up just not materializing. I don't know what happened with uMusa Kamara. Crystallizer say it's like Vegeta and Goku talking about Messi and Ronaldo. I don't know what ended up happening vele ngoMusa Kamara. I even heard ukuthi the guy, because he was playing for Ipo Rangers, I heard ukuthi even tried to commit suicide or something like that. So I don't know what happened with Musa Kamara. So we'll just wait, because now there's nothing that is being said about him, and sobona ukuthi kwenzakalani ngaye, really, to be honest. Now I want to Mpo, hello Mpo, you are arriving and we're about to wrap this video up, not now, just in a few more minutes. But into engifuna ukuyikhuluma ukuthi iCanada, just quick one, iCanada just went out of the World Cup, and I would be honest, they played really good football. They played really well. Onke ama-games engibabukile abewadlala bebedlala kahle. Somehow they were knocked out, which is to say this ukuthi I hope ukuthi uZwane vele he's watching, I'm sure he's watching the World Cup, ukuthi ebholeni lakhe anga-add that element of deadliness, because you know these teams like abo France, sometimes they don't play beautiful football, which we want to see, by the way. But there are teams like abo Brazil, there are teams like in this World Cup, for example, Brazil has played well and has been deadly footy when they had to score. And I want Chiefs to develop that, because what we have seen is that Chiefs plays beautiful football, and then inkinga kuba ukuthi masifika phambili we are not deadly enough, we don't have a killer instinct, and because of that we end up not winning matches. And I hope we sort that out, because I would hate ukuthi si perform all the time. We're performing, everyone sees ukuthi Chiefs is performing and playing beautiful football, and then at the end at the end of the day win. Blade, I told everyone, let me tell everyone who's here and watching, I will always post ama videos, not post ama videos. From now on, December, I'll be having my live streams every day, 7:30 South African time, unless ikudlala ibhola ningixolele because nibene load shedding that side. But every day, if you are here in this channel today, just know ukuthi I'll always have my video at this time, 7:30 South African time. Mina ke ne consistency si babes we same WhatsApp group, so please be here every day. Set a reminder 7:30. This is like a daily show of sorts, so yeah, please make sure to put that reminder, and just mawubona live stream ibhala ukuthi going live at 7:30, just set that reminder as well. And nangoke uNhlanhla ethi I think Chiefs will need to find a way to play newly promoted guys while maintaining balance in the team. And I agree ngempela ukuthi we need to do that, because if we don't sort indaba ye balance eteamini yethu, we're not going to prosper much, because there's one side yokuthi asilaleni ingane kuphela, there's one side the experience. I covered that earlier on in the video, so maybe you can watch it afterwards, but thank you for that comment, Nhlanhla. Philani Michael, I see you Blade, Sufikile. Not finally, it's not finally before Nizen Pume video. World Cup, I'm happy for Senegal. For Morocco, I don't know how I feel. Because Angaz, is it me? Elaning check my comments about this. We no nay. Uguti, do you think with regards to Morocco and Tunisia, they always feel like they are not African nations? I don't know why. When it comes to Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, it's like they're not in Africa. And when they play, I don't have the same emotional connection as I do when maybe a team like Zambia is playing. I know people will make this about Bamba, they're Arab and whatnot. But with Egypt, I don't know whether because there's Salah in the team, I feel the connection Magdalabon. I think with these guys, it's because what I saw was that when teams from South Africa go to play over there, they are not treated that well. So when it comes to Algeria and them, it just feels like they are not African teams. But it's still good for African football. In Morocco qualified, and then in Tunisia they are out, but they tried. They tried. It's just that it was it was just a miracle from Australia basically to win, and then because of that Morocco Tunisia were knocked out, which was interesting. And Ghana ngiyakhumbula sibiza iGhana ngebakana ngiyakhumbula sibiza iGhana ngebakana, and Ghana will be playing against Suarez again, and and manje that game will also decide who goes to the last 16. And the funny thing right now is that we're going to play against Ghana is going to play against Uruguay. We don't want as South Africans, we're still holding a grudge against Ghana because of what happened, how they qualified to the World Cup. But on the other hand, they are an African team, and I low-key want an African team, another African team, because Senegal is in, Morocco is in. Now, if Ghana goes in, then we have a good balance as well. But Ghana kusekhona ukuthi ebasropa lapha kumele badliwe. So yeah, good trick. Okay, Cameroon dead in the Cameroon, unless they really do some miraculous thing against Brazil. I don't see Cameroon winning against Brazil, but I'm glad at least at this point we have two teams that have qualified and one that just, it was unfortunate for them. But all our African teams, they went in and they tried until the end, which was good to see because of that. And then Glenn, hello Glenn. By the way, special shout out to Glenn. Glenn is a Pirates fan, but somehow he always watches my video channel, and I appreciate that. And by the way, yeah, I appreciate you guys. And then like our 25 views out 458 as I'm going to balance. Okay, Glenn says all the Ghana must fall. Uti Glenn, all the North African countries don't look at themselves as African. I live in Florida. We have a lot of Egyptians here. They don't feel as though they belong with us. I am just hurt. Wow. Imagine ngoba mabe refer to us, they just refer to us as Africans. They don't care whether you are. Funny enough, speaking of not being in a country, I correct people every day. Mangi introduce, hey, I'm Pilo. Where are you from, mister? Because in Indonesia, that's what they say. Funny enough, they say Mr. Mpilo. They don't say Mr. Chiliza. They don't say Mr. and my last name. They say Mr. and my first name. So, hello, Mr. blah, blah, blah. Where are you from? And I say, I'm from South Africa. They say, Africa. I'm like, no, South Africa. So, Meluba correct, because now people, it's like they see it's like they see Africa as this one big village where all of us just live. Countries are hlukene. So I don't like that. So I always correct them when they say you are from Africa. I don't like that. And Blade says, Ed Clan, not all of them, but they are very, very racist in the north, and it's shocking. Yeah, it sucks. And funny enough, I am finding good a lot of the fans, some of the fans that I engage with are also not in South Africa, and Kaizer Chiefs. It just tells you how much of a big team this is. So guys, I am going to do this. I don't want this video to be too long. For today, I will wrap it up here, and hopefully you enjoy the show, guys. Please continue to like, please continue to share. We have a YouTube channel, Nation Fan TV. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you on the next video, which will be tomorrow. We live stream. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, Ikosi alphelo. Dun 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 dun.